Well, Don, in terms of results, that's a huge result tonight.
Yeah, I think it was a big build-up to the game. I think the last time we played them wasn't quite as close. So I think for the supporters and the team, it was a great result.
In terms of it, though, in Europe, and what a statement of intent the Chiefs are now making.
Yeah, I think it was a good. There was chat of them being top of their league and us being at the top of or near the top of ours, and it's going to be a big clash. We picked up today. It was a good game. Got some good tries under our belt. So.
I was going to say you would have been happy to take 4 points, but to get that fourth try in the very last play of the game, that's huge.
Yeah, it is huge. Yeah, that bonus point, you never know how that's going to help us at the end of the day. Yes, we'll see how it goes.
In terms of it though, now the Chiefs are on real momentum at the moment, but that win's probably made next week doubly tough now.
Yeah, that's the first thing Rob said after the game, was how big that has made next week a massive game. And we just basically got to reset next week and come back knowing that it's going to be an even bigger game than it was this week. I
know you weren't here a few years ago, but does this show how far the club have come in such a short space of time?
I think the fact that you asked that question, yeah, it does. I know the supporters that have been here since the beginning, even some of the boys like Stino and Ratman, you can really see the passion. They know what they've worked for. I mean, I haven't been here since the beginning, but I can kind of feel how much the boys have worked to get to it. Rob, as head coach, being here from the beginning, really kind of emphasises how big it is that we work so hard to get into this position, and we mustn't kind of forget that just because there's some boys that have come in this year and last year. We need to all realise that, and then I think that all helps us play better, play for something.
The last 2 games here, the elements have been pretty fierce, but to go in and get that score just before half-time, that was a big moment of the game.
Yeah,
as well.
It was vital, I think, because we were 14-3 down, and that's quite a gap. And I think just to close it, just that little bit is big. Sometimes you can use the win to your advantage, and sometimes where it should be advantage, and you think it's going to help, it doesn't. And I think we luckily reset and said, we're not going to rely on the win to help us or the elements. I think testament to all the boys involved in decision making and how to play. Really stuck to what we spoke about at half time and got the result in the end.
And in terms of it, going into Christmas period now, you're flying. These are big results that you're racking up now.
Yeah, I think we always have a bit of a whoopsie at Christmas, so I think this is vital because we're going into it with a strong mindset, and I definitely think we've learned from last year. And I think this will be different. So it is Christmas, but I think we had to set a point, set a marker down, and I don't think Christmas should get in our way.
And a lot has obviously come around this year. You're quite ruthless when you're getting in that sort of 5 metre zone now. We've seen it the last few weeks. That's something I know you've worked a lot on since the end of last year.
Yeah, I think we're getting good conversions when we go into the opposition 22. We do have to work hard for it. I think the forwards really put their marker down, and I think guys are blowing. But as long as you're getting the points at the end of it, it's all worth working hard for.
And I know back home you always talk about the crowd, but again, they were fantastic tonight.
Oh yeah, it's always amazing coming out Sandy Park. I've said it before, you can always lift yourself if you're feeling a bit down or if it's not really into it. As soon as you run out onto the pitch for the pre-warm-up, it suddenly lifts you that much more. And I think testament to the guys, or the men and women that come out here, the children, and make as much noise as they can for a full 80.
And finally, Tank talked a lot about how much that meant for him in terms of the guys that are injured at the moment, Dickie.
Yeah, we all know what it's like to be injured and not being able to play, and it's even worse when the guys are losing out there. But I think it is, like Tank said, it means a lot for them, it means a lot for us, and it just shows how much all the boys love each other. So, yeah.
Enjoy tonight, mate.